Okay, some of you have asked, is it true that Team Bunnies are being prosecuted? Team Bunnies is being referred to prosecution. Just curious who is behind and who is working with them. Is it true that Team Bunnies is being investigated? So here is the answer to your questions. Dispatch released an article on July 26th titled Exclusive to Catch NewJeans Haters. Team Bunnies referred to prosecutors for illegal fundraising. Okay, so let's talk about this article, and there are some other materials worth discussing about in relation to the so-called NewJeans fandom, Team Bunnies. Okay, a member of Team Bunnies has been referred to the prosecution on charges of violating South Korea's fundraising act. The group, known as a prominent fan collective for NewJeans, raised money under the cause of identifying and taking legal action against malicious commenters. According to the Seoul Jongnam Police Station, an individual referred to as Person A from Team Bunnies was recently sent to the Seoul Northern District Prosecutor's Office. The Person A is under investigation for allegedly violating the act on the collection and use of donations. Team Bunnies began fundraising on October 21st of last year, claiming the funds will be used to report online hate against NewJeans. They posted a donation account on social media and within just 8 hours raised 51.22 million Korean won. Under Article 4 of the Fundraising Act, any fundraising effort exceeding 10 million Korean won must be registered with the relevant government authority. Failure to do so may result in up to 3 years in prison or a fine of up to 30 million Korean won. And then Dispatch attached this screenshot, which is a fundraising completion notice posted by Team Bunnies. The fundraiser has ended. We sincerely thank all the bunnies who participated. In just about 8 hours, over 50 million Korean won was raised, and the full amount will be used to file reports against malicious posts. A detailed update will be uploaded later this week. Thank you once again. And then the article says, one netizen reported the fundraiser as illegal through the government's civil complaints portal, stating, I checked with the Seoul Metropolitan Government and it was an unregistered campaign, an illegal collection of funds. Team Bunnies has long been seen as allies of NewJeans. At a Hyundai Card event in September of last year, NewJeans expressed heartfelt thanks, saying Team Bunnies appear like Hongil-dong, which is like a Korean Robin Hood figure. And she said, you know that group called Team Bunnies? I've never seen their faces. I don't know their age range. Nothing at all. But I'm so grateful. I mean, who are these people? They just suddenly showed up like Hongil-dong. I honestly want to get on my knees and bow to them. We kind of talked about this last year. And we said that whenever NewJeans says something out of nowhere, something that nobody asked her about, is usually she says something exact opposite of what is actually the case. So if we were to turn into what she said about Team Bunnies, like flip it 180 degrees, then we can say that they are related, but we don't know yet. That's a guess, a speculation that a lot of people have raised before. But Dispatch, interestingly, included NewJeans' statement that she made during the Hyundai Card, controversial Hyundai Card talk show event. All right, and then Dispatch included this screenshot by Team Bunnies, which is a statement on media response. Hello, this is Team Bunnies. Due to HYBE's repeated and irrational media tactics, 이성일은 언론 플레이. We have had no choice but to release multiple statements. We ask for your understanding. Team Bunnies is made up of bunnies who are actively working in fields such as law, media, finance, culture, and the arts. While each of us leads our own lives in our respective positions, we are also united in our sincere support for NewJeans and are actively responding to the current situation. Okay, and then Dispatch says, however, Team Bunnies has stirred controversy even among NewJeans' official fanbase, known as Bunnies. Some members have publicly stated that Team Bunnies does not represent the views of the entire fandom and have asked HYBE to acknowledge the distinction. One example of controversy occurred in May when Team Bunnies organized a pop-up event for the instant noodle brand Indomie, which features NewJeans as models. They ran a consumer survey that asked for personal information such as name, phone number, and email, which raised privacy concerns. And I have made a video about it, and we talked about it, right? I think it was this one. Yeah, the full story behind Team Bunnies and the NewJeans Indomie controversy. When did I post this? 3 months ago. And then, yeah, I have discussed in depth. So if you're interested, I'll attach a link to this video in the description. So come check it out. All right. And Dispatch said, Team Bunnies describes itself as a coalition of professionals from various fields who support NewJeans, claiming to include individuals from law, media, finance, culture, and the arts. And which is why they included this screenshot from Team Bunny's social media. Dispatch continues, their members have never revealed themselves publicly. Just as Minijin described, they operate like Honggyeong. After NewJeans lost the legal injunction related to maintaining their agency contract and advertising deals, members of Team Bunnies reportedly met directly with the group's parents and the legal firm Sejong. Yeah, so they are a very mysterious group. And I wonder if Dispatch has some sort of information about the identity of this group. And then the last screenshot they attached was this, which was a legal consultation update by Team Bunnies. Hello, this is Team Bunnies. Following the release of the provisional injunction ruling on March 21st, we reached out to the members' parents and the law firm Sejong. Wow, Fandom reaching out and communicate with the parents of the members and even their law firm. Amazing. That was me speaking. All right, continuing on with the statements that Dispatch included. Over the past few days, we have also consulted extensively with 4 major law firms, including Sejong, 3 former high-ranking attorneys, a current attorney with 17 years of experience as a former prosecutor, and a former judge, to assess the situation from as objective a standpoint as possible. Separate from fandom bias, we have sought a wide range of legal opinions and have now finalized our position. We fully understand that many bunnies are feeling confused and concerned. However, as mentioned above, numerous legal professionals are seriously reviewing the matter, and Team Bunnies is also preparing a statement summarizing the key legal issues. While this is undoubtedly a difficult situation, we have completed extensive internal discussions and are ready to share our future plans as well. Thank you, Team Bunnies. So there you go. That was the article. And yeah, this group is quite mysterious and, quote-unquote mysterious, because a lot of people have their own theories and speculation about their identity and connection to NewJeans and Minijin. Now, as Dispatch article has mentioned, somebody reported them to the police. And in fact, it was, so the article said one netizen reported the fundraiser as illegal through the government's civil complaints portal, stating, I checked with the Seoul Metropolitan Government and it was an unregistered campaign, an illegal collection of funds. And it turns out multiple people were, frustrated by Team Bunnies and actually reported the case. It wasn't just a single person. But this particular person said this. in an online community. I'm the one who posted in the HYBE stock discussion board. So in Korean, we say 종토방, 종목 토론방. Do I have it here? Oh, okay, right here. So, so there's a stock discussion board where they're supposed to talk about like specific companies or stocks. In this case, HYBE, but there are fights going on all the time. People who believe in the stock and hoping the stock price would go up versus people who want the stock price to fall, and it's hilarious. And if you are serious about investing, I would advise against anyone who checks out the discussion board, because it seriously, on the one hand it's hilarious, but on the other hand it absolutely doesn't help with investing at all. Anyways, this person posted this in an online community. I'm the one who posted in the HYBE stock discussion board. I used to be a HYBE shareholder, but I have sold everything and left. Someone in the comments asked for the details of the report, so I'm uploading the screenshots here. I submitted the complaint through the National Petition Portal. And here's a translation of the civil complaint screenshot. All right. Complaint type: general civil complaints. Okay. And title: report on illegal fundraising by Bunnies. With the parentheses, Team Bunnies. All right. Content: I am reporting illegal fundraising activities conducted by Bunnies. I heard that for any fundraising over 10 million Korean won, prior registration with the local government is required. I checked with the Seoul Metropolitan Government and was informed that no such registration was filed. Relevant images have been attached. Therefore, I am reporting this as an illegal fundraising case. I request that this be forwarded to the Seoul Metropolitan Police and that a prompt investigation be conducted. Below is an article confirming that Bunnies raised more than 10 million Korean won, and they attached the URL. And they also attached these screenshots of the actual documents and said, turns out it wasn't just me. There were multiple reports submitted. I guess I was the first to submit one, which is why the official notice came to me. I have updated the post with the full details now. And they said, so once I submitted the complaint through the National Petition Portal, it was forwarded to the Yongsan Police Station. But then an officer called me and said they don't investigate cases that come through the petition portal. I got into an argument with them over that. The next day, they told me that they'll open an investigation after all. There's a 14-day deadline for handling petitions, but they said they were extending it. Said they needed to check the legal basis or something. Then, I heard nothing for a while. Eventually, I got a letter saying the case had been transferred to Chongam Police Station, as the dispatch article confirmed. Chongam 경찰서. Then, nothing again, the netizen said. Later, I got another letter saying it was transferred back to Yongsan. Then I got a call from Yongsan saying they investigated it. They said they contacted people through social media, but no one would say who the representative was. They all just said they discussed things together or didn't know. By that, they mean, I think, representative of the group, Team Bunnies. So the officer asked me, who should we officially charge? The only clear lead was the account holder. They asked if I wanted to press charges against that person, and I said yes. And by that, I think like bank account holder. But a few days later, they called again, saying someone had stepped up as a representative. Then they asked me again who I wanted to charge. I told them, charge a person who claimed to be the representative. It seemed like Yongsan Police actually conducted a proper investigation at that point. Then silence again. Eventually, I got another letter saying the case had been transferred again, back to Chongam. Chongam never even called me. Silence again. Finally, I got a letter saying the case will be forwarded to the prosecution. After all the back and forth, I was honestly thrilled to hear it was going to the prosecutors. That's why I posted on the stock forum today. And on the stock forum, this is what they said. Post title: Team Bunnies got referred to prosecutors for violating the fundraising law and said, couldn't you have handled this properly from the start? So that person is directly addressing Team Bunnies. Team Bunnies had kids collecting money and didn't even report where the money went or how it was used. If you raise more than 10 million Korean won, you're supposed to report it. Turns out there was someone who claimed to be the representative, quote unquote, representative of Team Bunnies, right? Then that person can take responsibility. Good luck. 화이팅 하시고. And don't start another fundraiser claiming you're out of money. Enough with the scamming. Basically, they said, enough. And we got to take this with a grain of salt because this was written written in the anonymous, online communities. But to prove that they have actually done it, they attached these screenshots, blurring, of course, their own names. So yeah, there's a high chance that this turns out to be true, especially because Dispatch also released an exclusive article, probably having checked with the Chong'an police station about this. And then I told you multiple people reported this case. And here's what another person said in one of the online communities. So let's see. Oh, yeah, at the end of this post that someone posted in the stock discussion board, it said, it has been acknowledged. So this is some police notice that they have received. Okay, and it's a screenshot that this person attached from Seoul Chong'an Police Station. Notification of case transfer, prosecution referral, and it's dated. So they filed the case on April 18th. That's when they reported. This person reported, and the decision was made on July 10th. And it has been acknowledged that the suspect violated the act on the collection and use of donations, and the case has been forwarded to the Seoul Northern District Prosecutor's Office for prosecution. Okay, and another person, one of multiple people who reported this case, also shared, saying, first of all, the person who reported this through the national petition portal in October, what a bold and admirable move. Seriously impressive. As for me, I went directly to the police station in November and filed the report in person. I also cooperated with multiple rounds of investigation. From what I can tell, the cases seem to have been merged. Since the October one came first, there was no need for overlapping investigations. I'm sharing a portion of the complaint I submitted back then, and this is part of the complaint that you're looking at. So, grounds for accusation. The complainant accuses the defendant of violating Article 4, Paragraph 1 of the Act on the Collection and Use of Donations, based on Article 2, Paragraph 1, and also of fraud, and request legal punishment accordingly. Facts of the crime. The accused, Team Bunnies, conducted fundraising activities on social media, Twitter or X, and public message boards targeting unspecified individuals without registering with the appropriate fundraising authorities. On August 5th, 2024, at 10:12 p.m., they conducted their first round of fundraising and collected 10,163,158 Korean won. On October 21st, 2024, at 4:29 p.m., they held a second round and collected 51,227,834 Korean won. Wow, that's an exact number. When the government donation portal was searched, Team Bunnies could not be found as a registered organization. When inquiring with the registration office, the response was, this organization is not registered, so an investigation is required. On October 25th, 2024, at 5:16 p.m., in a public post, they explicitly stated the fundraising was for the public benefit, invoking Article 2, Paragraph 1 of the Donations Act, and proceeded with the campaign. However, the donations were not collected from members of any organization, but rather from unspecified individuals on social media, namely NewJeans fans. Note: Bunnies is the name of NewJeans fanbase. There's no official process to join or apply. It refers generally to fans of NewJeans. The accused did not collect donations through any official Bunnies membership structure. Very interesting. All right. Meanwhile, it has been said that there's an internal fandom conflict going on among NewJeans fans over alleged copyright infringement and verbal abuse. Okay, so first of all, Team Bunnies. There's Team Bunnies, and there's something called NewJeans Gallery. Okay, it's a gallery within the platform called DC Inside, and this is something that I have discussed quite a few times last year. Anyways, so there's a NewJeans Gallery moderation team, and so first of all, there was a NewJeans third debut anniversary that happened a few days ago. I think it was July 22nd or something, and there was a conflict that broke out within the fandom, specifically between the DC Inside NewJeans Gallery moderators and users on social media, X or Twitter, who are also NewJeans fans. And the fights basically centered around a fan-organized cafe event and its merchandise. Okay, so a team of moderators from the DC Inside NewJeans Gallery planned to host a celebration cafe for the group's anniversary, and as part of the event, they prepared like commemorative merchandise and set up a group buying campaign. But fans who are active on X or Twitter raised objections, pointing out that the designs copied official NewJeans MD merchandise and emphasized that the original merchandise designs belong to Adore, and using them without permission, especially in the current conflict between Adore and HYBE, could be seen as copyright infringement and could trigger legal action. So yeah, that sounds pretty cautious, probably wise, but this criticism was reasonable and valid. But instead of engaging in good faith discussion, the DC Gallery moderators, it has been said, they mocked and insulted the fans on X in a private group chat, and portions of which have since been leaked. So what you're looking at is a Twitter account or X account that was specifically made to make this case public. They have screenshotted like portions of the group chat that has been going on, and revealed some of the violent language that has been used in the group chat. There were comments like, "We are NewJeans fans making a tribute, so what's the problem?" Or even if Adore sues, who cares? I'll just take the blame. I've got time. I'm young. Or the people on X are nothing but mentally ill vermin or something, and let them come at us. This isn't even their business. And one of the moderators, revealed to be the main admin of the NewJeans Gallery, casually brushed off like copyright concerns and encouraged pushing ahead anyway. And yeah, there were also inappropriate jokes going on, and that enraged one of the persons in the private chat group, and they created this specific X account and decided to make the whole thing public. Now that led to this statement made by the NewJeans Gallery admin, saying, "Hello, this is the NewJeans Gallery administrator. Recently, internal conversations from our manager group chat and anniversary cafe planning chat were leaked, causing confusion and concern among many bunnies. Some parts of the chat were taken out of context and spread without proper understanding, leading to serious harm not only to those involved in planning the cafe, but also to those who volunteered their help. We would like to clearly explain the facts and context to set the record straight. 1. Regarding the cancelled track jacket group order." So track top, I guess that's what it is, jacket, like sports jacket. "Back in April, as part of our birthday cafe project, we had been preparing a custom track jacket. Shortly after the group order post was published, users from the 추억은 방울방울, that's a DC, one of DC Inside galleries. So users from that gallery strongly objected to the use of a round NJZ logo, claiming that 동물 logo. Okay, NJZ animal logo, claiming that it had been reused without permission. They even threatened to expose us if we didn't cancel the order. To avoid further conflict, we decided to cancel the group order, but that didn't end things. Some users from the gallery, as well as a number of accounts on X, Twitter, began posting personal attacks and abusive comments toward our members. We would like to clarify that any strong language seen in our internal group chat was the result of frustration toward the group that had caused the situation. There was absolutely no intention to insult the general Bunnies fan base or any specific group. But I had a look at some of those screenshots, but the language was too violent. There were even like talks of death threats and murder, so it was kind of hard to look at. All right, number 2, regarding conversation about Team Bunnies. This was interesting because it deals with a matter that we started this video with, that is Team Bunnies, okay? So they said, regarding conversation about Team Bunnies, since 2024, we have been in contact with a representative from Team Bunnies and worked together on gallery posts and announcements. In March 2025, Team Bunnies suggested that we host a petition certification event on the gallery to boost participation before they officially posted their petition. Based on their request, we created and shared the event post. Later, however, some communities and news articles began spreading claims like they're using free chicken giveaways to lure people into signing a petition. Yeah, and we have talked about this on our channel before. NewJeans fans, Bunnies submit a chicken petition. Will the court take it seriously? So, yeah. And they did this through Google form, Google survey. So they tried to have NewJeans fans sign this petition so they can submit to the court. And in return, they gave them chances to participate in a raffle to win none other than free chicken and some hamburgers and like gift cards for free coffee. So that was funny. When was this? 4 months ago, when there were, still a lot of days left for BTS members getting discharged from the military. Anyways, back to the statement. These misunderstandings quickly spiraled out of control. After the backlash, we waited for Team Bunnies to make a statement, but instead, they posted a message saying the petition event had nothing to do with them, without offering any apology or clarification. And that's when there was a rift among the fan base. And the way they distanced themselves, we waited for Team Bunnies to make a statement, but instead they posted a message saying the petition event had nothing to do with them, without offering any apology or clarification. You know what that reminds me of? When presidents of a Kosdaq listed companies called Doublelink had a discussion with Heejin about potentially investing in her to help her take away NewJeans from a door, right? But then the news got out, and then Heejin one day out of nowhere made a statement that she had nothing to do with Doublelink or the president of the company, which made that company stock plummet, and then that really frustrated the president, which led to a media interview. And yeah, the way Team Bunnies distance themselves from NewJeans gallery kind of remind me of that event. Probably unrelated, but who knows? Okay, let's finish the statement. Instead, they posted a message saying the petition event had nothing to do with them, without offering any apology or clarification. Our trust with Team Bunnies had already been strained due to repeated misunderstandings and blame shifting. This incident led all members of our support team to formally withdraw from Team Bunnies. As a result, some emotional reactions were expressed in our internal chat, but we want to make it clear that none of those comments were intended to diminish Team Bunnies' past efforts or the dedication of fellow bunnies. Yeah, that's what they said. Lastly, we want to apologize to anyone who got hurt from what happened. But yeah, it's interesting to see how the rifts have intensified among the fan base. Now, last but not least, before we wrap this video up, maybe some of you are aware of this YouTuber called Jingyeok-ui. So he's a former lawyer at Kim In-jang, which is Korea's most prestigious law firm, and now he's running a YouTube channel called Jingyeok-ui, or aka Gobeon. And he recently made a community post commenting on this case, how a member of Team Bunnies got referred to prosecution. Okay, so yeah, like I said, he runs a legal commentary YouTube channel specializing in like celebrity lawsuits or corporate legal disputes. And he gained attention for his detailed analysis of the NewJeans versus HYBE case, and was initially seen as sympathetic to NewJeans due to like legal interpretations favoring her. His current stance is that he heavily criticized Team Bunnies. Not for being fans, but for their lack of transparency, especially around their donation campaign that allegedly violated Korea's fundraising act, which we have talked about. And he questioned how they could have afforded multiple high-end lawyers and legal actions with just 15 million Korean won, and how they coordinated large-scale legal campaigns without additional undisclosed financial backing. So he urges prosecutors to trace bank records and uncover who actually directed and funded Team Bunny's legal activities. Okay, so that was kind of interesting. And another interesting fact is that at some point, a NewJeans part of NewJeans fan group, I'm not sure if this was Team Bunnies or another fandom entity, reportedly hired his law firm, this YouTuber's law firm called Pil or something, where he works, for a cyber defamation lawsuit, likely targeting malicious commenters. But fans began questioning whether this YouTuber, Gobeon, was biased in favor of NewJeans because his law firm was representing Team Bunnies. And he publicly clarified that he wasn't personally involved in that case. So it was a different attorney at his firm. But after the NewJeans press conference on November 28th, of course, public opinion and legal momentum began shifting away from NewJeans, and the YouTuber adjusted his legal analysis accordingly, stating that from a purely legal standpoint, things now looked tougher for NewJeans and Adore. And following his more critical legal analysis of the NewJeans side, some fans flooded his channel with hate comments and even email bombed his law firm's official address. And he described these emails as so abusive and extreme that he considered legal action. Now, Team Bunnies reportedly took issue with Gobeon's YouTube community post, where he questioned the legality and funding behind their activities. So they contacted Gobeon multiple times, stating they were considering filing a complaint with the Korean Bar Association and pursuing disciplinary action. And Gobeon responded by personally refunding 100% of the legal fees paid by Team Bunnies to his law firm, even though he wasn't directly involved, and publishing a formal statement and a video demanding an apology and explaining the situation. He said something like, "I bore the full cost of the refund myself. The amount was far greater than everything I have earned from my YouTube channel over the past year, and I have never personally profited from any of the cases I have covered. I maintain neutrality and independence." He also promised his firm would tighten conflict of interest checks in the future and thanked his firm's leadership for their support, but nevertheless, he was pissed because of the event. Now, like I said, 2 days ago, he posted this community message saying, "There's been talk that police have conducted Team Bunnies fundraising activities violated the Act on the collection and use of donations, and that the case has now been forwarded to the prosecution. Today, I was informed by a journalist currently covering the NewJeans situation that this referral has, in fact, been confirmed." Beyond that, Team Bunnies has long been suspected of operating not to support NewJeans, but rather to defend NewJeans, and has been the subject of numerous allegations. I sincerely hope the full truth is revealed. What led to their actions, who was directing them, and under what circumstances all of this took place. As I have pointed out before, just looking at their early legal activities, where they retained 4 separate law firms and later hired attorney Lee Hyun-gun. I'm not gonna talk about this person, but yeah, is known for widely supporting NewJeans and NewJeans. So later hired attorney Lee Hyun-gun, not to mention the administrative task like circulating endlessly replicable petition forms. It's clear that the original 15 million Korean won they raised would not have been enough to cover everything. This suggests there must have been additional financial backing behind the scenes that enabled the scale of their operations. Given that investigators have likely already identified the key individuals and conducted account tracing, I hope it will soon become clear who was giving the orders and whose interests were being served by all of this. If, as many suspect, it turns out there were direct ties to NewJeans or someone like McCall consulting firm, then the fundraising activities conducted under the banner of supporting NewJeans may potentially fall under legal fraud. If these suspicions are unfounded, then all Team Bunnies has to do is submit a complete record of their financial transactions, both incoming and outgoing, as well as the legal fees spent on public activities, and prove their innocence. Either way, I'm extremely curious just how much they have spent on legal fees so far. If it turns out they operated on only the 15 million Korean won they publicly collected, I will be shocked because, frankly, I don't think that's possible. So it is getting very interesting and messy at this point. What's happening around this fan base and this particularly mysterious group, Team Bunnies. Yep. A lot of people theorize that NewJeans is behind this group. And it seems like even the lawyer, I'm not sure how much he knows, but he has his own ideas going on. But we'll have to see. Maybe one day there will be, media articles saying that their identity has been disclosed. But we'll have to see how the prosecutors will respond to this case. All right, so I hope this video answered some of the questions that you guys have, and I hope it was informative. And if you have any ideas, information, or theories, you're welcome to add by writing comments. But I just want to say, as always, let's stay positive, respectful, and classy, especially in this case. All right, peace and love. Bye bye.